At a town hall meeting last night, Oklahoma Congressman Markwayne Mullin slammed Obama for saying a while ago that recreational weed is no more dangerous than social drinking. But what's so sad about this story, and why it is a story and one worth talking about, is that he used Sean Hannity talking points. Right from Sean Hannity. Just took his argument, copy-paste, and he was regurgitating it. And he used that to make his case. So he said the following, quote, "You can be a social drinker and not get drunk. There's no way you can take a drag on a joint without feeling it. You cannot. And I can't speak to this," which is a hilarious line, because then why are you continuing? He says, "I can't speak to this because I'm one of these guys who's never tasted a drug in his life." Oh, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. "But there is no way you can take a drag off a joint and not feel a little different. It alters your way of thinking." All right, pause. You just said you can't speak to this and you never taken a drag of a joint in your life. So how can you then go on to say, well, obviously anybody who smokes weed is doing it and they're going to get that drastic change in their consciousness? How could you say that? You just said you never did it, so how the fuck do you know? How do you know? Now also, think about how bad of an argument that is. There's so many different variables that go into that. So for example, you think a guy like Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa, that if they take 2 or 3 pulls off of a joint or a blunt, that they'll feel it immediately? Are you kidding me? Those guys smoke so much weed that's probably makes them feel totally normal if they just take a couple hits off of it. By the same token, it's the same thing with an alcoholic, right? If somebody drinks a lot and they're used to it, then the first 2-3 drinks, you might not feel anything. But other people, probably most people, 2 drinks in, you're starting to feel a little bit of a buzz. Now, again, same thing with marijuana. For most people, a couple hits and you'll feel it. But the idea that, like, and this is the argument Sean Hannity made. Well, when I drink, I don't drink to get drunk or to feel the alcohol. I drink for other reasons. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? No, the motivations behind somebody drinking wine or drinking beer or smoking marijuana, very similar. Very similar. Certainly not different enough to try to categorize these things differently under law without being a sheer and utter hypocrite. So get this. Somebody in the crowd asked, what about pain? So basically saying, yeah, but medical marijuana, dude. Like, here you are bashing marijuana and using dumbass Fox News arguments. But what about medical weed? What about people who really are hurt? This is the grossest and most amazing part of the conversation. Here's his response. Quote, "Pain? Pain? I have screws and plates in me from my head to my toes, so I know about pain. The pain doesn't go away. You just mask it with drugs. The pain is still there. You have to learn to just deal with it." Whoa. Whoa. I'm not sure he realizes how stupid that is. Well, obviously he doesn't realize how stupid it is. He said it. And I'm sure he'll double down on it given the chance. But you just argued against all of modern medicine. All pain relief in modern medicine. So when you get into a car accident and your femur snaps and you go to the hospital, you know what they give you immediately? Heroin. You know what morphine is? Heroin. The way your body processes it is exactly the same as heroin. There's like a slight difference, from the product before it goes into your body. But once it gets into your body, it's processed the same way. So anybody who's in extreme pain, they get heroin. What do you think, all opiate and opioid pills are? Percocet, Vicodin, oxycodone, Oxycontin, all these different ones. You know what that is? Essentially, synthetic heroin. So the argument you just made, pain, I have screws and plates in me. I know about pain. The pain doesn't go away. You just mask it with drugs. The pain is still there. You have to learn to just deal with it. So masking the pain with drugs, you're saying, no, don't do that. Just deal with it. By that logic, you got to ban morphine. You got to ban all pain pills. You got to ban all pain management. Because, hey, you're saying, look, I know about pain. The pain's not going away. It's just masked. So get rid of that mask and deal with it. No, but the masking is the point. The masking is the point. By the same token, If somebody has terrible anxiety and the only thing that helps them is marijuana, or if somebody has other issues, glaucoma or whatever, or cancer, and they can't keep their food down, the only thing that helps them is marijuana. For you to come in and say, no, why? Because you're just masking the pain. Do you realize how fucking evil that is? You're literally making an argument that's pro-pain. Pro-pain, that's funny because that's also a word. Pro-space pain. Mental midgets. We're dealing with mental midgets here.